With a large number of EVs flooding the Australian market from all around the world, but most notably China, Kia had to make a decision whether or not they were going to match the Chinese at that low price game or go for something more in the middle. Not quite premium, but not quite as affordable as some of the newer competitors. And they have released a stunning range of EVs like the EV5, the EV6, the EV9, and now the subcompact EV3, which is really good. It's just not exactly affordable. Welcome to Four Wheels and a Seat, your weekly dose of new cars tested, well, every week. My name is Alex Dalrymple, and every week I drive a new car and tell you what I think about it. It's pretty much all there is to it. If you don't want to miss an episode, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, the notification bell, and if you enjoy the video, please do give me a like. So the EV3 sits near the bottom of Kia's EV range. Only the Kia Niro is underneath it, and even then it's only really slightly smaller. But there is something interesting about all of Kia's EVs, is that they all kind of feel the same. Some people say that EVs lack character, and I don't think that's really quite fair. They do have a distinctive character, but within each manufacturer, a lot of their cars do feel the same. So driving the EV3, it feels quite similar to driving an EV5 or an EV9. So let's take a look at the EV3. It is a really good looking car. Design language follows very closely to the EV9. Just looks like that, but sort of a bit smaller. And at the front, we've got those very nice pencil thin LED lights and a touch of the Tiger Nose grille there, a Kia signature item. Really nice design there. This particular car is a top spec GT line, so it gets the larger 19-inch aero wheels, look pretty good, as well as a sunroof up on top. It is not a full-length panoramic sunroof, just a sort of regular size sunroof, but that's all right. The door handles sit flush with the metal. You've got to pull them out to open them. A little bit fiddly to use, I think. The powered tailgate hides a 460-litre storage space, which is quite usable. Up the front, there is an additional 25-litre little storage space under the bonnet. The EV3 comes with just one electric motor. It powers the front wheels and outputs 150 kilowatts and 283 newton meters of torque. This particular car is a long-range model. It comes with an 81 kilowatt-hour battery that's good for around about 563 kilometers of range on a full charge, and you can charge it to 80% in about 31 minutes at a high-speed charger. The interior of the EV3 is a very nice place to be. It's a really nice design, nice mix of materials. We've got LED lights, you can change the color of those. We've got soft touch up here on top, then it gets a little bit harder underneath that. But the overall design looks really, really good. There is a lot of grey plastic though. I don't know, just a little bit more, a few more contrasting materials might be nice. Center console screen, nice and wide. It runs the latest Kia software, of course, which has a fair amount of customization available. Go into the settings, you can change lots of things, including some of the performance characteristics of this car with its 3 different drive modes. And there is native navigation, digital radio, plus Apple CarPlay. Everything works really well. The image from the reversing camera, there is only one camera in this car and it's at the back, is nice and sharp. No top-down 360 view, but we do get animated graphics showing you how close you are to objects for the front and rear parking sensors. There is a Harman Kardon sound system, makes a pretty good noise. A row of touch-sensitive buttons underneath that act as shortcuts to various functions. We've got a volume knob here in the middle, a couple of climate control shortcuts here. Underneath that, USB-C ports, including one port that can be switched between data and power, as well as a 12-volt outlet. Big open space here with a wireless phone charger, as well as mechanical cup holders. Big open area here to make up for the fact that this car does not have a center console bin. It's just sort of this middle storage bin here. This top shelf here actually moves backwards and forwards. So I don't know, if you need to do some work in the car, maybe this could be a little handy kind of desk. Plenty of room here. In fact, you can even make it a little bit bigger by lifting the armrest up. Head-up display, nice and clear on the windscreen rather. The digital instrument cluster has 3 different display modes. They all look pretty much the same. You can change the info in the middle of the screen as well. The steering wheel I really like. Flat top, flat bottom, has a nice sporty feel to it, but just the design of it, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of a Holden Commodore from the 1980s, just with this design here and the Kia logo on the right-hand side. Paddles here on the back that control the amount of regenerative braking, allowing you to have one pedal driving to send the maximum amount of energy back into the battery. And the gear shifter, well, this is coming across all of Hyundai and Kia's latest cars. It is here on the steering column. I don't particularly love these, but you know, I can't really fight it. They're here, so I just have to get used to it. The seats are artificial leather. They are heated and ventilated, full electric adjustment. You can control all of that with the seating controls over here on the door. The seating position, yeah, it's really good, nice and comfortable. You do ride up a little bit sort of high on this car. You do feel a little bit like you're sitting on top of the car perhaps rather than in it, but there's really good visibility all around the cabin. It's nice and light and bright, especially with the sunroof up on top. So even though this car only has one electric motor and it's front wheel drive only, it still has a really good amount of go. It's not sort of crazy zooming off at the lights Tesla Model S Plaid kind of fast, but it is really, it's quick enough. It's enough to get you away from the rest of the traffic quite comfortably. And it's fun to drive. I mean, it's, I wouldn't go so far as saying sporty, but it's certainly athletic and energetic. One thing that does drive me absolutely insane with this car though is the amount of beeping that goes on. You can go through and switch everything off, but it does mean that you have to do that on every trip, and that is quite annoying. There is the shortcut button over here on the steering wheel to mute the overspeed warning, because the speed detection is often wrong, so you know it'll go off at inappropriate times, which is quite annoying. So that can mute that at least, but you'll still get beeps telling you when the speed limit changes, and also if the car ever detects that you're taking your eyes off the road, and usually it's wrong about that too. So I just wish Kia and Hyundai would just kind of ease off on the beeping just a little bit. Is the Kia EV3
Attention, this is the WestConnex control room. Due to a breakdown in the left lane of the tunnel, traffic restrictions now apply. Please move over to assist emergency response vehicles as they are approaching. For your safety, please observe all signage, including the reduced speed limits. WestConnex thanks you for your cooperation.
So that's really interesting. That has kicked me out of Apple CarPlay, turned on the digital radio, and actually turned up the volume because I had it down to 0 to make sure that I could hear that announcement. That's a pretty cool feature. I've never seen that in any car. So as I was saying, or asking rather, is the Kia EV3 a turn-back car, a car so good looking that you have to turn back and look at it after you parked it? I think so. I think it's actually a really good looking car. I really like Kia's design language for their new range of EVs. It's distinctive, there's nothing else like it on the road, and it's really attractive. So yeah, and it's also attracted a bit of attention I've noticed as I've been driving around town. It's craned a few heads. So yeah, it's a turn-back car. Climate controls are run through a separate little screen here, sitting in between the center console screen and the digital instrument cluster. And that's fine, but the only problem is that you can't really see it because it's blocked by the steering wheel, especially if you've got your hands placed at 10 and 2. So that's not great design. Just maybe shifting it a little further that way, even if that means making the center screen a tiny bit smaller, would be a better solution, I think. So all up, I think the EV3 is a really good car. The problem is that it's just a bit expensive. Kia's Chinese rivals like JAC, Chery, okay, they're the same company, and MG are now selling EVs that are pretty much as good as this, with almost all of the same features, and they're selling them for a fair bit less money. So I think if Kia don't bring their prices down a little bit, they could have a bit of a problem.